What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and today I'm back to talk about Warhammer 40K and its crossover that was announced way back in August. So by now, I'm pretty sure most of you have forgotten that Warhammer 40K will be getting a card game crossover. Not with Yu-Gi-Oh!, not with Pokemon, but with Magic the Gathering. So lately, we haven't played Warhammer 40K in a long time here at One Mind Syndicate, and as of the last 2 months, one of our buddies actually decided to get us back into Magic the Gathering. We used to play Magic the Gathering a lot back in high school, because when you compare it to 40K, the games go by quicker, the cards can be expensive, but overall you can just buy a pre-constructed deck and sit on your kitchen table having fun, cracking jokes, and playing some Magic. And that's one of the things that it's kind of hard to do with 40K, because you gotta amass your armies, build, paint, come up with a game, and then spend 2 hours playing 40K. So Magic was the quicker, easier alternative to that. So now that Games Workshop will be partnering up with Wizards of the Coast to create some Warhammer 40K cards, that's really exciting for us, because right now we're deep into the Commander aspect of Magic the Gathering, which is a very casual-ish type of game where you can only have one type of a certain card in a 100 card game. So it's very random, very fun, and that got me thinking as to what exactly will be going on with this crossover. It could be anything, really, because we've seen MTG, Magic the Gathering, cross over with a bunch of other IPs, and I feel like usually that doesn't really bode well for its players. Like, they crossed over with My Little Pony, they've had some cards come out for The Walking Dead, and most people feel that that takes away the magic, so to speak, of the card game, that everybody loves. Like, yeah, you've got your own universes, you've got your own characters in MTG, and for some reason you're playing against a dude who's got ponies on the other side of the game. So that kind of takes away, it takes away from the game, I guess you could say that. However, I'm really excited for this, because depending on how they go about revealing their cards, I'm hoping it's more of like a set than just oh, here's a Space Marine card, here's a Chaos Space Marine card, here's one Tyranid card, here's one Tau card. Yeah, that's cool and all, and it's mostly for collectors at that point. But if they go out and make pre-constructed decks on Space Marines, a pre-constructed deck on Orcs, that could be really fun, because you could have a bunch of synergy and basically make a themed deck that revolves around a certain strategy based on your deck. Orcs can work exactly how goblins do in Magic the Gathering, swarming the board with a green tide, having a really powerful commander be Gazgul, who can be indestructible or something like that. He can only take so much damage. The combinations and the combos that I can think of are just they're insane. It could be done really, really well, or it could fall off the wayside and be a complete money grab / waste of time. So I've been just brainstorming ideas of what can happen. For example, a deck that I'm making for my commanders is a god deck. So in Magic the Gathering, the gist of it all is that you're a planeswalker of sorts, and you can collect and amass creatures, abilities, weapons, war gear from various planes that you can shift in and out of. So for example, let's say I want to go into the plane of Greek gods and heroes, and that would be called Theros in the universe of MTG, and then I can amass I could have a Hydra, I could have the god of the Forge be on my side, and I could summon these creatures to fight against my enemy. So that'd be really cool if you can summon warp gods, summon Gork and Mork, summon the Void Dragon to fight against your enemies. And yeah, you can have a thematic deck, like Orcs versus Space Marines, or you can just mix and match and have like an army of like, I've got Zeech on my side, the God Emperor, I've got some Tau Fire Warriors, and it'd just be really cool to see the mixture of what these cards can do and how they could play on the battlefield. Like I'm super excited, I'm hopeful, but still prepared for the worst. Like I don't know exactly how they could fail, like, but I'm hopeful. The art is another thing that I'm interested in seeing, because we have seen, I don't know if these are leaks or if these have been like official glimpses into what the card art for 40k will be, as you can see here. I don't know, to me it looks too like cartoony, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know if it's because the colors are too vibrant or maybe it's the art style. But if you look at another card game that Warhammer 40k has done, Warhammer Conquest, those are more nitty, more gritty, more, it has that grim dark flavor, I guess you can say. And I do enjoy those, although most of those aren't new images or artworks. They're taken from already existing pieces of art, basically. So we'll see what happens. I have a feeling they're probably going to keep that art style, but it's okay. Like, it's not the worst, but it's alright in my opinion. Hopefully as the days turn to weeks, the weeks turn to months, we get more information as to what will be coming out for this crossover. Another thing too is, if you can't wait, the MTG community, or maybe the 40k community, or both, have actually made their own versions of Warhammer 40k X MTG cards to cross over and play as. You could even, like, certain sites have them to like download, and you could print them out and play with them. Obviously, proxies, so you got to get your opponents to say, yeah, we'll do it. You know, it's just for funsies. So that could be something else that you guys can do. In the meantime, if you do want to play Warhammer Conquest, I believe they're not actually supporting the game anymore, but you can find listings on like eBay, Amazon, like that, so you guys can dive into Warhammer 40k and card games. I also recommend, if you've never played Magic the Gathering, give it a shot, especially if you're interested in trying this crossover. They do have apps that you can download and play MTG. You could go to your local like retail stores and buy some decks for pretty cheap that you guys can play and get acquainted with the mechanics of Magic the Gathering and how it works. But yeah, I'm super excited. I can't wait to build my own 40k MTG deck to play, because obviously we all play 40k, we're all playing Magic now, so it'll be a great mix to do the two things in a timely and casual format. So let me know your thoughts on this. Are you guys excited for this? Are you guys gonna stay the hell away from it? Let me know your thoughts down below. But yeah, with that being said, I've been the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.